If any of you have been to a sprint car race before, then I'm sure you've at least seen a handful of terrifying wrecks. It's always been a risk that comes with being a race car driver, but luckily with today's advancements in safety, most crashes end up with the drivers being alright. But every once in a while, there's that one crash that leaves you fearing for the driver's life. There's one incident that I don't see much people talking about, which surprises me due to the fact that it involves one of the most successful drivers in this current era, Brad Sweet. After finishing off his final NASCAR season with the Nationwide Series and claiming his first ever Kings Royal, Brad Sweet took part in his first ever full-time season with the Outlaws in 2014. After all, he was showing serious talent on dirt ever since he began racing for Kasey in 2008. It only made sense that he'd go full-time. Starting off the season strong, the Big Cat claimed his first ever win of the season at the Dirt Car Nationals, then going on to claim a couple more at Tucson, Calistoga, and even Knoxville's Mediacom Shootout around midway through the season. He was having a very impressive rookie year, but unfortunately just 3 races later, Brad would be involved in probably the scariest wreck of his career. On June 27, 2014, the Outlaws headed over to 34 Raceway for the 40th race of the season. Around the 13th lap of the feature, both Sweet and Terry McCarl were side by side on the back stretch. Terry had been running the bottom for a while, so he tries moving up to the top as he heads into turn 3, but wasn't aware that Brad was on his outside. They make contact, and this was the outcome.
The wheels there, and now Paul McMahon's going to run on the 15 down the backstretch. Shot turbo fly into the wall, hard upside down, Brad Sweet, a frightening crash in turn 3.
As the field came to a stop, you can see Cody Dara, Jason Sides, and David Gravel running over to Sweet's car as it is completely split in half. You can even see his legs sticking out of the open cockpit. Now, there is no footage of him getting out of the car as it cuts abruptly, but according to an interview with Sweet the following day, both Cody Dara's crew chief and Jason Sides pulled him out of the car. From what spectators have claimed, he flipped onto the backstretch wall, then hitting the transition to the taller wall protected by a tire, splitting the car in half. He was taken to a nearby hospital and surprisingly only suffered a fracture in his left ankle. It's been pointed out that if the impact was a foot or so closer to the cockpit, he could have seriously got hurt or even worse. Arriving to the track with a brace on his foot, expectations for Sweet were understandably low. As he stated, "I kind of thought we would come here and just coast around and try to collect some points and try to heal." This was not the case.
Last night, victim of one of the scariest crashes we've ever seen with the World of Outlaws STP Sprint Car Series. How do you rebound? You take it to victory lane. Brad Sweet wins at Beaver Dam.
To say the least, this was a very impressive performance. To go from having a potentially career-ending crash, then going out and winning the following night is monumental. It took so much work for the KKR crew to get the car ready the night before, but their hard work definitely paid off. Sweet went on to describe the team perfectly in the after-race interview.
We can tear up a race car and come back the next night with a car that's even better, so that says a lot about our team.
Definitely a great organization at KKR Racing.
This was his final victory of the season. Although he collected a dozen more top 5 finishes, he wrapped up the season with 5 victories, placing 6th in points, winning the Rookie of the Year honors. Cut to now, as I'm sure most of you know, Sweet is the most dominant sprint car driver out there at the moment. 5 consecutive World of Outlaws titles, along with 90 total victories with the series, it's no surprise that he's in the limelight. Now, even though he's already had a legendary career with the Outlaws, he will be leaving the series in 2024 to compete with the High Limit series now that it's going national. It's gonna be interesting seeing how he'll do, so we'll just have to wait until the time comes. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the 34 Raceway Incident. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit shorter compared to my recent videos, but I just had to make a video about this crash, as I found it very interesting and I hope you guys did too. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is Sprint Car Nation, and I'll see you guys next time.